Hello, this is our senior design project. So my name is Edgar Zuniga. I am the team leader, the project estimator. I did some quantity takeoffs and then I helped with the presentation.
Hi, my name is Clemente Delgado. I am a designer. I focus on the foundation and house framing for the Revit model, and I am editing this presentation.
Hi, my name is Guadalupe Casas. I also am a designer. I picked the location for a project. I worked on the Revit model doing the floor plan and landscaping and also the visual design elements for the presentation.
I'm Isaiah Soto. I was in charge of the bill of materials as well as helping Edgar with the quantity takeoffs as well.
Okay, so this is our poster for our project. It's titled "The First Street House" because of the address on 6673 North First Street, Fresno, California. Our clients are Jack and Amy. It's a 80-year-old couple who suffered a lot during the pandemic, physically and emotionally. Unfortunately, Amy has a walker to get around, so we try to focus our location and the build for this house around their problems and how we could help them. In our poster, we have a kitchen, living room, master bedroom, medical room, and hallway exhibit. We can also see the foundation plan, floor plan, and front elevation, as well as the vicinity map and the actual site plan for the build. Um, yeah, hope you guys enjoy our presentation. Now we're gonna go to our design concept.
So the project location, as Clemente said, was chosen for a reason. As you can see in that right middle section, right off the 41, or sorry, First Street, we have 6673 North Street, Fresno, California. This is our house area. The reason we chose this is because it's very close to Angus. It's like you can walk there, right? So we wanted them to be close to the hospital. We also wanted them to be close to major suppliers of food, markets, just general stuff, clinics, pharmacies. We wanted them to be close to everything, right? So you can see that there's drug testing, there's stores, so all that type of stuff we considered it when choosing our location. And it's also in a safe neighborhood. It's right out North Fresno, so pretty safe. I at least in my eyes. And yeah.
So for our design concept, we were given two projects to choose from, and we chose the single dwelling house for a senior couple of ages 65 and up. So the floor plan is about 1,500 square feet, and it includes a living room, a bedroom, kitchen, and bathroom. And so the story we created for our senior couple is that they are an elderly couple being around 80 years old, Jack 81 and Amy 82. They are disabled. Amy uses a walker and they both had COVID-19 during the pandemic. So therefore they need healthcare assistance at all times.
So now we're going to get into our design model itself.
So for our design model, we wanted to design a home that was accessible as well as comfortable and safe for the couple. So we started with a simple sketch of a bubble diagram to arrange the spaces we had, and we took it and did another bubble diagram, but with the specific areas that we wanted to include. For example, the master bedroom and the medical bedroom, and also the garage and closets. So our house is about 1,487 square feet, and we took it our sketches into Revit to design the floor plan. So on the left, you have our initial floor plan layout, and on the right, you have the floor plan finished with furniture placed and also dimensions for you to guide and see the um, square feet of the area.
So now if we go to our design model for like the civil stuff, civil aspect, we can see the foundation. Our foundation is basically slab on grade with 4 by 4 feet footings just for extra support. I can say this was a bit overdone, but safety is a good aspect in building, so we decided to build upon this design. You can also see our lengths and measurements there. Here we have our wooden floor. We decided to build upon the foundation and add a wooden floor. Um, it's plywood subfloor. This is basically the subfloor, and then you add the flooring on top. You can see all the joist. Everything's basically covered except the garage. Of course, we wanted to have concrete just in the garage for the cars. Here we have the wall framing. This wall framing includes all the windows, all the doors, the closet doors, um, and yeah, it's the walls are 10 feet tall, quite a lengthy and spacious room design. Yep. Here we have the roof framing. It's a hip roof design, pretty common here in the United States. We did a 1 foot overhang.
So for our design model, we did a design palette where we included what we wanted our house to look like. So we chose beige tones for the paint, gray roof shingles, stucco for the exterior walls, and also laminate flooring for the interior. So we chose to apply brick veneer to the house to match the neighborhood. As you can see here, we have some renderings of the kitchen, living room, medical room, and hallway. For the kitchen, I placed the furniture accessible for the couple. The space is around 4 feet for they to walk around, and also the cabinets are placed lower so that they can reach things. For the living room, I placed the couches also with a considerable distance for them to use the space comfortably. For the medical room, we added storage for their medicines and medical equipment that they might need, and also a bed if they need a nurse to stay with them. For the hallway, we added hand railings so that they can walk safely, and if they need support, they can go and um, grab the hand railings.
So now we're gonna get into the meat of the financial side of things, the construction costs, and then our estimates, and then pretty much our bill of materials, everything that we used, and unit prices. So summary, the total cost of the house to build is gonna be around $324,000, and then a markup of $405,000. This is right where we wanted to be because most of the houses in this neighborhood are around that same price point. So we wanted to be able to match that so we weren't too under or too over. So that was our kind of our budget. And you can see I have total working days, 142 days. So, you know, kind of, I guess it's a little faster than normal, right? So, but typical it's 180 days. But yeah. So this first sheet is going to be mobilization, pretty much moving all our graders, our dozers, our getting the site ready, getting all our equipment ready. That's what this cost includes. So it's the total was $25,000 with an 80-hour or 2-week setup time for mobilization. And then demo. So we have our demolition cost is $46,000 without the markup, without overhead as well as just net. And then we have a little bit over 2 weeks to this site or this activity. So we have destroying old house, ripping out the old foundation. That was one of our questions as the construction cost crew. We were debating on whether we should rip out or use the new foundation or the foundation that's existing. We just decided to rip it out and put new one in since we don't know the existing foundation health. So that's why we decided to do that. Grading, obviously getting the whole site level so that our crews can be filling in right, making sure nothing's sloped, make sure everything's compliant, and other miscellaneous site work, some getting garbage out of the way, stuff like that. That's what that cost is. This has a week allotted to it, which is a little bit more than I think is needed, but it is what it is. You got to give them time for safety. So to 9,000 for this one. Our foundation, which is one of our bigger items, we have filling our hole with AB, so we can put our concrete over. Grading AB, which is just getting it flat, and we have compacting it to make sure we can actually strengthen the concrete on top of it. Lay fabric, which is just covering the AB, right? Our formwork, so that we can actually get that perfect shape to actually fill in the concrete. And then we have our rebar guys going in there. And then the last thing is pouring slabs and footings. And yeah, our total footing, or our total slab with the footings, was going to be like around 40 yards. 45 yards. So yeah. Now we have our framing. This is just pretty much, bare bones framing, and then our roof. Our roof does cost more than framing, which is pretty typical in my opinion. And we also have included an HVAC system that's going to be placed at the same time this is going to be roofed. So, or, sequentially placed. Then we have our exterior. So this is most of our, closing off the house, taping it, sealing it from the outside, and then putting up our windows, our stucco, adding the brick veneer after the stucco, and then some of our finishing stuff like installing garage doors and regular doors. Then we have interior. We have a quote for MEP sub to come in and do all of our mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. All that stuff is going to be subbed out. We have a total cost of close to $5,000, $4,500, with a 2-week time allotted to that subcontractor. And then we have our installation, drywall with seal and sealing. That's right after the installation. And then texturing the wall so they can be painted nice and finished. And then our paint, and then our flooring, and then kitchen. So that cost is going to be $64,000. And then some of our finishing items are our landscape coats. So that was quoted off. I have a link to the subcontractor that's going to give that to us. He's just going to finish the site off, plant our trees, all that type of stuff. Then we have interior finishing, anything that needs to be touched up, crown molding that needs to be trimmed, all that type of stuff. That's going to be done right here. And then we have our finished exterior, which is just making sure our outside is nice and finished, making sure that there's no spillovers, anything that needs to be fixed is fixed. And then we have our cleanup site. So that's just cleaning up garbage, cleaning up site, taking porta potties, all that type of stuff, temporary utilities, all that stuff is going to get ripped out. So that's what that is for. And that's 12 grand or $11,286.
And this is the bill of material sheet that I made right here. So what I did was I color coded everything based on what it's for. So blue being our concrete slab, this orange one being our wall and floor studs, and then the red being our roof, the kind of turquoise one being our entryways, doors, garage door, and the last one is our interior, which is the most expensive category if you look at the bill of materials and Edgar's cost sheet. And as you could see, it's way more than it was on the slide before. But our last slide is our exterior, which contains everything that was on Edgar's sheet for materials wise for the activities, and the total came out to $72,687.
So that is the end of our presentation. Thank you for watching, and yeah.